All right, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Adams Brothers Podcast. It is no doubt the hottest podcast in the Tri-County area here of South Florida, Dade, Broward, and Palm Beach counties. Welcome to the Adams Brothers Podcast. Happy Hump Day to each and every last one of you out there in Facebook and YouTube land. Thank you for joining us here on our podcast. Thank you very much. I just love this jazz intro song that Eric McKeever made for us. It's so soothing when you're coming on the air. Thank you all. Happy Hump Day again. It's been really rainy here all week here in South Florida. Afternoon thunderstorms coming through. But we're here.
And we need the rain.
Yeah, we need the rain because my grass was taking a beating there for a while. Man, I thought I was going to have to dig it all up and start getting ready to put some new sod down for a minute there. But it's looking nice and green right now. I do have to replace some of it, but that's a project that I'll get to. It's on the bucket list. Anyways, welcome to the Adams Brothers Podcast. And you know, this is a pop-up podcast. So come on in the room and let's chop it up. The number to call in you get in on the dialogue is 754-227-1986. It's at the bottom of your screen on the ticker going from right to left. Don't forget about our Cash App, $ Adams Brothers Podcast, and Zelle, Adams Brothers POD at gmail.com. This is Adams Brother Media LLC podcast that you are now in tune to. So ready for the bots. I see the bots.
And if you want to also donate to my campaign, Wayne Adams campaign for District 2 Commissioner, you can contribute through Zelle at Wayne Adams at yahoo.com. If you want to contribute to my comment, I see those bots are in
they're going up.
Yeah. If you want to contribute again to Wayne Adams campaign, you can contribute to Wayne, WAYNE, Adams, ADAMS at yahoo.com. That will be contributing to my campaign. And please definitely contribute to our podcast here. We do great things here in this community, and we like to continue to keep doing great things here. We took us a little break here the last few weeks.
Well-deserved break.
Well-deserved. It was needed.
And I know I needed it. I was clocking almost 600 miles a day on the highway, for the last 3 months, So here's one of the bots right here that's getting ready to get blocked. I'm waiting on them to come back and say something stupid. You watch.
Yeah.
You watch. Well, give it a second. They'll come on and they'll, hi, this and that. They always say hi first, and
then they go to talking reckless.
Yeah. And then you're going to get blocked. So go ahead and say what you got to say, and you're going to get blocked. We're waiting.
Yeah.
Say something smart and offensive and watch what you get.
Every time we come on, it's crazy because we never used to get the bots like that, and all of a sudden YouTube just
we're all over the place.
Yeah.
We're all over the place. Our podcast is all over the internet, so I'm 9. Let me go ahead and take care of this.
Yeah, like Daryl said, it was a well-needed break. My girlfriend was here. She was here in town, so you know. And then, just like Daryl say, so many things. Graduation last. Yeah, Emmy. I don't know if you are you're gonna subscribe.
Yeah, they're getting ready to say something smart because I want to make y'all day. They're getting ready to say something smart. You watch it. Here it comes.
Yeah, and you just ban them.
I'm good. I already got the band ready to go. So go ahead and say what you're gonna say.
Yeah,
and then you'll get the block.
Yeah, and last week was graduation.
No, I'm not even gonna read the comments. So go ahead.
Last week was graduation. My grandson graduated Deerfield Beach High School, so he's been welcomed to the real world now, and he's 18. So I'm excited about his future and what he plans to do with his life. We talk every day. He kind of tells me little things, what he's thinking about doing. But, I go back and I think back to when I was his age, just getting out of high school. I really didn't know what I was going to do. And, life comes at you fast. So, like I say, I'm excited. And I know Daryl had some grants, graduating from middle school, going to high school. Or
my grandson, Avante, he going from middle school to high school. He'll be attending Deerfield Beach High School. And his sister, my oldest granddaughter, is going on to the 10th grade. So they're getting on up there. And congratulations to all my grandkids. They were all promoted to their next grade. And they're out for the summer right now. I believe today was the last day of school.
Yes,
I think
today was in Broward County. Yes, it was.
Yeah. So, they a lot of parents kept their kids home because of the threat of fights and God knows what else could happen on the last day of school. So, so they didn't go to school today. So they're out for the summer, and they will be reading and doing some math problems every day. They will read and write a short little paragraph of what they read, and it'll have to get approved by me or their grandmother. So they're not gonna just be playing video games and on their laptops and iPads all day. So they're gonna be doing some work. I can promise you that. But congratulations to all the graduates.
Yes.
2026 graduate, high school, college, middle school, elementary school, and in daycare. All of the graduates, congratulations to you. A job well done. So you're going on from preschool to kindergarten, and kindergarten to first, and from first to second, and so on and so forth. So congratulations to all of these wonderful, beautiful kids out there that's been working so hard all year. And now it's summertime. It's time for a break. Time to sleep in late and time to go on vacation. Disney World and SeaWorld and Volcano Bay and all that good stuff. So again, congratulations to graduates. So
I also want to know what do everyone welcome to call in later. What do everyone think about the Debbie Wasserman Schultz entering the congressional Florida District 20 race? She was in another district, and with the new maps that were drawn up, her district was eliminated, so she jumped over to District 20. And I know that has caused a lot of dissension in the Democratic Party. And I like to know what people think about that, because now it's definitely a crowded race. Now you got Elijah Manley, you got
Uncle Luke,
Dale Holness, former Broward Mayor Dale Holness, and now Debbie Wasserman Schultz, and also Sheila Shepard McCormick. Even though she resigned, she jumped back in it. It's going to be a tight primary.
I don't understand why she even resigned. If you're going to resign,
they was going to kick out. They was going to kick her out. Yeah, she was going to get kicked out.
Well,
I guess she didn't want to go down in history.
Elected, and then they can kick her out again, can't they?
I'm quite sure they can.
The Republicans are in charge. They're doing what the hell they want to do. So
she jumped back in it. I just think she probably should concentrate on her legal problems. But that's her. She's made up her mind to. She's jumped back in the race. Like you said, they could kick her right out again. So, we just have to sit back and watch and wait and see what happens in that District 20, Florida District House 20 race. Like I say, it's a crowded race over there now. So yeah. We also have Juneteenth coming up too. We're gonna have Juneteenth, and Juneteenth is gonna be. You're gonna have some.
Hey Tony.
You're gonna have some programs also leading up to Juneteenth at the Johnny Tigna Center, and looking for the information right now in the city news. But also, there, as everyone knows, they're working on the construction at the Oviedo McKeithen complex. They're putting in the AstroTurf field. So that is what you see, the green that's covering the football field over in that area. But definitely, as I was saying, like I said, I'm looking for the news for Juneteenth on the city's website. I really, honestly, do I see it again? But I don't see. It's down right now, but I don't see anything on there for Juneteenth. I know they had some events scheduled where they're going to be talking history of Deerfield Beach. I believe that Thursday night, and I think they're going to be showing like a video or movie or something at that nature. They're going to have something there Thursday, Friday, and of course, Juneteenth is going to be June 13th at the Oviedo McKeithen complex. And I know I heard they were selling tents, like if your families wanted tents, legacy tents for Juneteenth, or renting tents. I have to check into it because I would definitely, like I said, like to get one for our podcast if it's affordable, and definitely get one for my campaign. But yeah, Juneteenth is June 13th, and I think the events start at 5:00. They could go from 5 to 9, 5 to 8, 5 to 9. Because I know in the past people was complaining about the heat. And so I think the music and everything starts at 5 p.m. The event starts. So I'm quite sure I remember seeing from 5 to 9 p.m. So yeah, definitely put that on your calendar. Also, just this past week, Genesis, in coordination with other sponsors, City of Deerfield, I believe I saw their name on the flyer. They were at American Legion Post 287 with Anthony Royal and his staff and all the other members up at the American Legion.
Lynette Wright was there?
Yeah, I saw everyone there. I saw former Deerfield Police
Joe Graham.
Joe Graham. I saw him. He's very involved with the American Legion Post 287. And all the Post brothers were out last Saturday, and they had the health fair. You could have went and got free HIV test and other mammograms. You could have got it was a lot. They were offering a lot. And then in the inside, they had a lot of educational things. I mean, I talked with different people that was in the at the
politicians.
Post. Yes. Okay, there it is. Thank you, City of Deerfield Beach.
Thank you.
We see you watching.
Beach government. Thank you.
Night one, it says the Road to Freedom, Thursday, June 11th, 4:00 to 8 p.m. Immerse yourself in a powerful evening of culture and storytelling. We are bringing history to life through the African American Museum on Wheels, moving short film screenings, educational cultural exhibits. Night 2, Juneteenth Festival Saturday, June 13th, 5 p.m. till 9 p.m. Bring your lawn chairs. Okay, that's very important what they're saying.
Bring your chairs.
Bring your chairs. Bring your lawn chairs and high energy for a massive community block party.
All right.
Enjoy an evening packed with live music and stage performance. That is very good. Thank you again, City of Deerfield Beach. We're always going to be there to put the news out whenever
put the comment on the
out.
screen up there too, so you can see it from the City of Deerfield Beach government. You can read it for yourself.
Yes, and always, City of Deerfield Beach, feel free to post events on our page. That's what we're here for.
Yeah, absolutely.
We definitely want to work in conjunction to get any information out to the public, because in the past, the public was always saying they didn't know. Well, they don't have no reasons to say, because they have the Adam Brothers podcast here. And people stop me over at the Memorial. I was also at the Memorial Day event 2 Saturdays ago, and it was very good. I enjoyed it. That was a very good event. I definitely enjoyed myself. I talked with a lot of people over there at the event.
I didn't get a chance to make it. I wanted to go, but I was catching up on my sleep. I logged, like I said, I'm not gonna interrupt you too much. I logged in a lot of highway miles the last few months, so taking care of some personal business. So I was tired, and my brother went, but I didn't get a chance to go. My intentions were to make it up and go over there, but I didn't make it. So, but go ahead.
Yeah, the Memorial Day event that was that Saturday, which Memorial Day was that Monday. But talked to Thomas Egan, I think he was the former president and I talked to Jeff Fisk. I knew Jeff for over 30 years from working at the City of Deerfield.
Yeah.
He was good friends with my riding partner at that time at the city, Frank Wedgeworth. So I also talked to Fisk. Most people that probably remember Fisk, he was a cross-country runner, if I believe, at the Deerfield Beach High. So that's how I always used to stop over there when I first started in the early 80s at the City of Deerfield Beach, and me and my riding partner Frank Wedgeworth used to stop and talk to Fisk. So yeah, I also talked with Thomas Egan. He gave us a tour of the African American Museum over at the Butler House, and I would, they're still putting exhibits in there. So, but it was nice talking to Mr. Egan and Fisk. It was nice talking with them over there. It was nice talking with a lot of people. Like I said,
a lot of people recognize you that you didn't.
They get me mixed up with you.
Yeah.
They always get me mixed up with you. They come over and they'll say, Daryl, are you Wayne or are you Daryl? They always get us mixed up. I'm telling you right now. We be everywhere. Even when we was in Texas here a month ago, the people out there were saying, y'all twins. So
everywhere we go, they always say, "Are you guys twins?"
It's the bald head.
I don't think we look that much. No. I know we. Yeah. I'm a tad bit lighter than Wayne. Wayne is a tad bit. I'm 5'10". Wayne is 5'11".
Yeah,
I'm a little bit lighter, but we both got bald heads and we both wear glasses.
And that's what they.
So
I think
maybe
it
that's
come
what
in.
Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, but they were just asking the people over at the Memorial Day was a lot of people came up to me and told me they're gonna vote for me. They said, look, I don't know you. I mean, you don't know me, and I really don't know you, but I heard a lot of good things. I watch you and your brother podcast, and they told me that they're going to support me. Again, I saw people driving, just stop me. And they just told me, another guy, he said, I don't live here. He said, but if I live here, I would vote for you. He said, you don't know me. He said, but I watch your podcast. He said, and your podcast is, you and your brother do an excellent job. And I'm so glad to hear that. I'm glad that we're reaching people. Especially with the community news
throughout this city, not
throughout
just
this city, yes, and in other cities,
and other cities throughout the county, the Tri-County area. We get so many calls from people, Broward County and Delray Beach and Boynton and West Palm Beach and Miami. I mean, it's mind-boggling, man.
It is.
Yeah,
it is.
We have a huge following. People are liking our page every single day. So.
Yes. And it's very
Yeah.
humbling to hear
It is.
them say
It
good
is.
good things, and they always just tell us, you guys stay authentic, stay yourself, don't change for no one, stay yourself. And white, black, Hispanic, everyone comes up to us. I don't care where they see us at, they come up to us and they always just thank us. They were just saying that this city needed something like this, and everyone too would say, well, we wanted to start something like that, but we glad that you guys started something like that. And I think we have something very special here.
Oh, yeah.
We knew 6 years ago when we were putting this together, we knew it was going to be special. No one really believed in us. I mean, but we believed in ourselves, and we knew we can get things going the right way. And with the help of Commissioner Ben Preston and Rebecca Medina Stewart,
Yeah.
she bridged the way when she was here. Rebecca, if you're watching, we love you and hello.
Hope you're doing good in your new job, in your
Yes.
position too, Rebecca.
Yeah. And Rebecca also came on our Adams Brothers podcast page, and she said after one guy tried to make some disparaging comments about me on there, and you know what? I'm not going to even give him no shine because
Yeah, don't
of,
even
of,
yeah,
of
yeah,
stuff. But
yeah.
she came on there after those comments that this guy made,
yeah.
and she said, Wayne, you're going to make a great commissioner. And I thank her, and I think others.
She's
Matt
always
Pelletier,
believed in us, both of us.
she did.
Man,
Rebecca Medina Stewart
Yeah.
always believed in us. And at first she had her doubts at first because I mean, I just think that was people probably from the city that's probably thought that they can say things about us. And I know they came from the city and they thought we were
Yeah.
going to come on here talking reckless, but we're here for the community, man. That's what we're here for.
Exit 42, Deerfield Beach, born and raised. This is our passion right here.
Yeah. We
But
love
Deerfield
getting
Beach,
news
but
out.
Not only Deerfield Beach, but Broward County
Yeah.
and South Florida, man. We're
Yeah.
here for everyone. We don't care who you are, what party you affiliated with.
We talk to everyone and
we treat everybody
Right.
fair, and we're neutral here. And that's what we're known for: fairness
Mhm.
and for being neutral. And
Yeah.
we're gonna remain that way.
People, we don't worry about anything else because all we hear is positive things. And anyone that been on this podcast, I don't care what position they was running for, state attorney, everyone from judges, they always came back, and we got the messages and the receipts to show they always came back and they say, you two brothers were fair. You were very fair. And we're going to ask tough questions. Some of the questions when you're on here are going to be uncomfortable questions.
Yeah.
And
But these are the questions that people will ask you if you're at a candidate forum.
they're going to ask me.
They're gonna walk up and ask you a random question, and you
Yeah.
need to know how to answer it.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing here. We're just virtual. We're live streaming right now. But when we ask questions, we ask tough questions that any ordinary American citizen, taxpaying citizen would ask. Tough questions. You need to be asked.
You
tough
do. Even me,
and
I'm
you know
running.
how to answer them too.
Ask me the tough questions. I'm there. But don't try to come and try to be slick. And, my phone number, I gave my campaign phone number out. And I gave it to people. If you ask, I'll give it to you. You got something, you call me. You don't have to come online. If I'm at a candidate forum, you can ask me anything. I'll answer. But if you have a question for me, something that my campaign literature that I might put up, you can call me on the phone and ask me. I mean, for someone to say, this is a public election, so I want you to speak to me publicly, it's crazy. If that's what they want, if that's what that person chooses to do, then that's fine. But the person who I was talking about said this is a public election, and what the thing is, I think what bothered me more than anything, I gave them my phone number, and if they were concerned about, I said to take our district back, and that person said, what does that mean? I think Commissioner Preston did an excellent job. Well, anyone know me. I always have gave Commissioner Preston his just due. I had my criticism of him, and whatever criticism I had of him, me and him spoke. And it wasn't a whole lot of criticism. It wasn't nothing destructive. We just might have disagreed on something, but me and him always talked and always had a excellent.
It was a debate, a respectable debate, a disagreement. That's all.
And even when that had the person had my phone number and they could have called me. All they had to do was pick the phone up and call. But what I said was to take our district back. If you live here in this city, let me say this. So when I say take our district back, if you live here in District 2, if you live here, especially District 2, what I'm talking about, because that's what I'm running for, and that's the comment that I made. I said to take our district back. People come up all the time and say, we feel like our District 2 has been taken away from us. We don't feel a part of this district anymore. We feel like everything we traditionally had here was taken away. And they give examples, and I'm gonna heard this, my brother gonna heard it. It's not nothing that I'm making up. Our baseball field. We had a nice baseball field.
It was taken away.
And it was, and no criticism, but the people who came here and ran for commissioner at that time had no sense of history about our baseball field and the history that was there. So when things like our baseball field that was at the front of the park was taken away, we had softball, we had baseball.
We played in softball tournaments.
We played out there. Me and Daryl, we played. We played, and we had.
And we enjoyed it too.
Our team was called the Family, and it was made up of all family members of our family.
Of 3 or 4 people, but it was all family members.
It was pretty much all family, and we played. Our cousin Chick, he was like shortstop, and he was good. I played third base, fella. Yeah. I was good over there on third base over there. So Daryl was on the outfield. Him and my brother Jerry, and they was running across, catching everything that someone hit in the outfield. That was the tradition that I'm talking about, that when people say to take our district back, and we lost so many things over here. We don't see too much change. We had lost our football team here years ago by someone that ran for office and say that they had our best interests. But
they know the history, but yeah.
No, but a lot of people don't know the history, because maybe this person that made that comment when I said to take our district back, I'm from here. I grew up here. My family has been here. Our family has been here. The Adams family has been in Deerfield Beach since 1913, before this city was incorporated. Yep. So we seen the good, the bad, and the ugly. So when people hear, and that person don't know because they probably just came to Deerfield Beach some years ago. So when we say take our district back, all that person had to do was ask, because we lost our baseball field and that's gone.
And they put the comment on our page I guess on your flyer, when you put it up, it was on our Adams Brothers podcast page, and the person put the comment on there. So what Wayne is saying is, why didn't the person just pick up the phone and call me?
And that person I gave them my number just a week or two prior. See, they were trying to be smart, and you got people out there like that. But and then the person came back talking about, I questioned his manhood. No, I said, this is what I said. Look, if you got something, because the person has made snide comments on our podcast page way before I was running. Okay. And I said, look, I don't know what it is, but if you have something against our podcast or me, then be a man and call. So now I'm questioning their manhood. Okay. But it wasn't like that. And man, that person gonna see me at the meetings, came right there and shook my hand. We sat at the table with them at events. So I don't have nothing against that person. But you're not, like, as I said before, and I'm addressing that again, when I say I'm not Commissioner Preston, Daryl know what I'm talking about. So you're not going to disrespect me, okay? I gonna seen Commissioner Preston. I gonna seen people walk up to Commissioner Preston and think they can talk to him any kind of way. Well, I'm not like that. You're not going to disrespect me. I'm a man first and foremost. And you're going to talk to me like a man. And if you can't do that, then I know I'm running for office, and I know that comes with the territory. But don't lose sight that I'm a man first, and I'm a God-fearing man. And I'm gonna always adhere myself I'm no violent person, so I'm not gonna go all off, but I'm not gonna let you think that you can walk up to me and say anything that you want. Because what Commissioner Preston is a true Christian man. I'm a Christian man in church every Sunday, but I'm not gonna be like that. I'm gonna just let you know, and I'm gonna straighten you in a very nice, polite way, and just let you know, don't confront me like that. Come to me like a man, and we can talk whether we agree or disagree. That's how I am. So again, back when I said that we taking our district back, I was talking about we lost things. We lost things that we had that was true to this district heart. We lost our softball. We lost our baseball. We used to have a track team back in the days. And it seemed like when commissioners came here that wasn't from here or didn't know the true rich history, things were taken away from here. So when I was talking about taking our district back, that's what I was talking about. I wasn't talking about nothing nefarious about Commissioner Preston or anything like that. I would never try to disrespect Commissioner Preston. He has been good to me and my family, to me and my brother.
Yes,
and we hope to have him on here soon again, before he leave office. So I just wanted to address that. And again,
you did. I mean, did that person ever call you?
No, they made their little comment, and they always make their little comments, and Daryl, they make their little comments and then they go off, and that person don't live far from us. But just be respectful and mindful. And to say this is a public election, yes, it is a public election. But I put my phone number even on my flyers when I put it up on Facebook on my Wayne campaign to elect Wayne Adams Facebook page. My phone number is there. If anyone want to ask me a question, call me. I'm going to answer. We can have a conversation.
And tell them about the flyer. It was a flyer that someone was trying to help. And they made a flyer up for you, but there was a misspelling on there.
There's a lot of people make their own flyers.
Yeah, and they put them up, but you didn't. It has to say endorsed by you or something like that.
Approved.
Right.
Everyone you could go on ChatGPT or whatever and anybody can make a flyer now. So people making flyers, and they had a lot of grammatical errors, and people call me, well, you put this. Well, I didn't put anything out. Thank you. I appreciate you calling me, but and I know people trying to help.
Yeah, they trying to help.
They're making their own flyers. And people trying to help, but I just ask, if you're gonna make a flyer up,
first, just send them to you for approval.
Send it to me, and then please proofread it, because even my cousin from Michigan, our police chief cousin, she saw it. So she just happened to be on there, and she saw it, and she called and she said, she pointed it out, and I'm like, yeah, I didn't approve of that,
but it has your name on it, even though you
my
didn't
name.
approve it.
And some things I see, some things I can't see everything out there either.
So just tell the people out there, if they're going to do something like that, send the flyer to you for approval.
Yes,
and then they can post it. That's it.
Yeah,
I know they're just trying to help. But,
they are, and I appreciate it. And trust me, I love everyone's passion, what they're doing, and I appreciate that. I wholeheartedly appreciate that.
And everybody makes,
errors when they writing something.
I mean, writing, I do it all the time. I'm not perfect.
No, and it's not nothing. I'm not trying to pick at them or anything, because I have done it myself.
Maybe they didn't have on their glasses. I don't know, but whoever it is, if you're gonna make something, just send it to Wayne and let him approve it, and then he can tell you, yes, go ahead and post it, or send it to us, and we'll post it on our page or whatnot. But we appreciate. Wayne appreciate.
Yes, I do.
Your help. So it's
I appreciate
not to criticize
everything.
you, but just all he's saying is just send it to him so he can approve it. That's all.
Yes, because a lot of times Daryl saw things and he I didn't put that out. Matter of fact, I didn't even know about it until Daryl called me, and I'm like, when I saw it, and like I say, I know everyone is trying to help.
Yeah,
everyone.
They mean well. They mean well.
Definitely, and I'm not trying to. That's why I'm not trying
to
call no one out. Just send it to me. You can send it to adamsbrotherspod@gmail.com. adamsbrotherspod@gmail.com. So yeah, I wanted to get that. I wanted to just say some of that. Also, we had some deaths months, over the few weeks we wasn't here, we had Mel Major's mom had passed.
Miss Annie, right?
Miss Annie,
Yeah,
she
Annie
passed.
Major.
Yeah, and she was our neighbors, Mr. and Miss Hattie Bell Cooper and Mr. Cooper. That was Mr. Cooper's sister. So we always, our family's always been close, and we're gonna miss Miss Annie Major. We're gonna miss her.
To the whole
Condolences
entire
to
Major
the whole family. Yes, and Neville Goon.
Yeah.
Neville was always a jokester, always funny. I mean, he's been to my house so many times. Me and Darryl House. He was a true Miami Dolphin fan, and he was always the life of the party wherever you saw him at. He was always dancing. Everyone say they used to see him at the Cultural Center in Pompano. He would be there some Fridays and some Sundays. We're gonna miss Neville. Neville was just up to the American Legion post. He saw me, Darryl, and my brother Jerry. We was up there. Neville hung out with us. We had fun, just sitting there reminiscing, talking. He had just commented on our Adams Brothers podcast about Dixie Highway. He was, about McKeedon Park, I believe, right there. Yeah. He was asking what's going to be done about Mayo Howard Park. Was it Mayo Howard Park?
Because he lives, his house is close to that. Yeah.
So he was just asking, and we had just left saying something was coming out at the meeting that Tuesday night. So I tell you, we're gonna miss Neville. Neville,
really good guy.
Yes, he was.
Fun. I worked with him a lot of days out at the Deerfield Beach, the old Deerfield Beach Mango Festival. Yep. Neville and
Greg
Morrison. Yeah. And what was the other guy that you said?
He used to take the pictures.
Yeah. You just called his name. Yeah. I can't think of it. All of them. We were on stage too. With my cousin Wayne Yorker. We were down there DJing on the stage too. There was some of the biggest bands, in the R&B and in the entertainment industry. The Gap Band, the Isley Brothers. We were right there on the stage down there. The OJs. So I had a lot of fun with Neville Gomes and Greg Morrison. So R.I.P. Neville Gomes. We're gonna miss you here on this other side here. We'll see you on the other side.
Yeah, we sure will. Like I say, definitely gonna miss Neville. He was just so fun to be with. I can just think back so many days he was over here he was at my house. Him, Miss Eula Portier. To see those two together. They had a public side and they had a private side, but that private side that we saw, they kept us laughing, and I miss both of them. I miss Miss Eula Portier and I miss Neville. So I just wanted to say that.
To the Major family and the Gomes family, and we're sending our prayers out to you all. So let's move along. There was a commission meeting last night.
Yep.
And of course, they introduced the interim police chief and the interim fire chief, and I believe I took I took a picture, but I didn't send it to the email. I don't know if I didn't send it to the email. I forgot to send it there, and I could send it there and put that picture up and grab it here right quick. But they introduced the new interim police chief and fire chief last night, and we're in transition right now.
Right, transitional.
And it's been a lot of back and forth between the city again and words from Broward County Sheriff's Department. So
the war of words continues.
Yeah, it's a cold war right now. It's a war of words right now. So,
and there's a lot of hurt feelings over public safety.
There's a transition period. They're gonna stop patrolling west of I-95 on August the 1st. So that means whatever goes on west of I-95 all the way out to the turnpike, there's gonna not, as far as we know, there's not gonna be any police responding out there.
Yes.
And then there's another period where there's going to be District 2, which is where we live, from I-95 to I believe Dixie Highway. That's not going to be patrolled by BSO. And then the last phase will be the beach area from, I guess, from Dixie Highway East to A1A, the beach. So that's the transitional map that the Broward County Sheriff's Office put out, and it touched a lot of the commissioners. It rubbed them the wrong way.
Yeah.
So we're in transition right now, and it was some heated words exchanged up there last night.
And the new transitional chief is Daniel Morgallo.
I got a picture.
Daniel Morgallo. It's on the city's website page, and Chantel Botting. I hope I'm pronouncing the name right. Daniel Morgallo. He's the transitional police chief, and I think he came from Miami. He worked at Miami or retired from Miami. And Chantel Botting, Botting, she's the transitional fire chief. And so they had a meet and greet. They did actually had a charade today, I believe, from 1 to 2. That was today. But yeah, they are the chiefs. They are the two chiefs, the fire chief and the police chief. And, they were introduced at the meeting last night. And it was, from what I seen on the City of Deerfield Beach video that they put up, they had a good showing. They had a good turnout. I heard the charades have not been well attended. I don't know. I wasn't there, but that was what I heard. But obviously, they came out last night for the meet and greet of the two chiefs. So, that was good to see, and it was right before a commission meeting. So it was. I'm quite sure the people was going to come out to see them. So we hope that we can get a chance to interview Mr. Morgallo and Miss Botting. And someone told me, say, Police Chief Morgallo, he was like, he's very guarded, I was told. And they were saying that the fire chief was more open. She was gave you more conversation. I don't know. I wasn't there. This was just one person analogy of what they saw. And, we'll see. We will see what happens with this.
And that's them right there.
That's them on the screen right there. Some writing up there. Maybe we can.
I couldn't get that off, but
yeah, but those are the transitional chiefs. Chantel,
pictures.
You can see their picture.
I couldn't crop it from the video, so
yeah. But those are the transitional chiefs, fire chief, and the police chief that you see on our screen right now. And just want to welcome them to Deerfield Beach. Hopefully everything works out.
They're going to be in charge of hiring, screening and hiring the new firefighters and paramedics and new law enforcement officers here in this city with the help of Sean Gladier. And I'm sure the city manager, he has the final decision on who gets hired. No one can get hired here without the city manager.
Yeah.
So
Deerfield Beach residents, whatever, here, you just get, a lot of people just getting out of high school or whatever, been out of high school, go and apply. They got plenty of jobs that they're going to need at that police department. So go and apply. I mean, look, let's make Deerfield Beach, great. If that's the route that, apparently that's the route the city has gone, so we just got to try to ensure that this new police and fire department is ran efficiently and, don't cost too much. I mean, we saw the figures. We were told the figures by the mail. We saw the figures on the city's
38 million,
website.
I believe it was 31 million.
So we're 31 million
That's what they're saying. So
for the run the two departments, but we'll see. I mean,
started
we don't know. I like to see how they make that work, but you know, if they say they can make it work, we'll see. But I just say I know that cost's gonna go up in the next 3-4 years. I know the cost's gonna be probably high for probably the first 3 or 4 years before even before you even probably would see any type of savings, or if you ever see a savings. And I mean,
Commissioner Shinesky brought up that last night about the savings and how much it'll cost, and the police department and out of his colleagues up there, they didn't like that you know, that he mentioned that. I guess it was at the wrong time, and they were saying that they would wish that he would stop scaring the people here in Deerfield Beach, you know. And he got a little
testy.
Yeah, it got a little testy, and the voice is raised up a little bit on a couple of occasions. We got some of the video here.
Yeah.
Why don't we just go ahead and
play that? Yes, we want to see the exchange for one.
Well, this is
reflection.
I think we got to put on our headsets to hear
Yes,
this.
we do.
Yeah, so. They need to stop the music. So it should be playing.
You got to bring it up.
Of us.
There it
And
is.
so thank you for giving us the opportunity
No,
to serve
you had to
you.
stop right
Okay.
now.
And I would say the same things to our interim police chief, but thank you for the opportunity.
I think it starts right here.
Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioner Shinesky? Sure. All right, I'm addressing this to public safety, and it affects fire as well. I went to the Memorial Day gathering that we had, and we honored our, veterans. Some of them lost their lives. So on that day, I wanted to also go over to our first responders and our fire personnel who also put their lives on the line. I wanted to go over there and honor them as well. So I went over to Station 102 to say thank you to our personnel. I mean, fires, first responders, catastrophes,
Commissioner
they're the
Mayor
people that are
Shinesky
out
here.
there. So when I went there, I just want to bring this up. The present chief of fire and the executive director of fire and first responder, who for 15 months during this transition, they're going to be handling the safety of Deerfield Beach and the residents. I saw for myself their offices were, I would say 9 by 9. It sort of looked like a broom closet, no windows. And again, this is the chief of police for Deerfield Beach now, that they're operational. They're handling the fire, they're handling the first responder, and his executive director. So my question is, we have 15 months to go. 15 months is a lifetime. Why was this made now, this move? And all right, well, my other question is this, and this, I saw a room where there are 6 fire inspectors and 1 administrative personnel. It was a little bit larger room than the 9 by 9, but they're in one little room with no cubicles. I mean, and fire inspectors are dealing with very sensitive information. So I had to comment, I had to bring that up. That's number one, because I think that's important, because for 15 months, these personnel are going to be handling the safety of Deerfield Beach now. And that's what I care about now. The other thing that I want to bring up, on last commission meeting we had, we gave a certificate of recognition to Captain Donning from the CETO Fort Lauderdale for his efforts with a vessel fire at the Cove. And that's great. I'm glad. But please, it was a teamwork. It was a collaborative effort. Station 4, Deerfield Beach Station 4, put out the fire. They were there before, they put out the fire. They evacuated the restaurants so that nobody was injured. And yet there was no recognition at all for, our staff at Station Fire 4, as well as Boca Raton was there in Fort Lauderdale. But again, there was no recognition. I don't think that's right. And on behalf of the city, I want to say thank you, because it could have been a lot worse when they had that 40-foot fire on the boat. So I think it's very important to still, I don't care if it's 11:59 on September 30th, 2027. I think it's important we acknowledge the people, whether it's transition or present, that are doing the job. And I want to say on behalf of the city, thank you very much. And I really feel that this was important to bring up these items. Thank you.
And here it comes right here.
Chief Botting, that's obviously not for you to respond to, but thank you for listening. Vice Mayor Hudak?
Talk about inappropriate timing, sir. You have comments. You have time for your comments. You can bring those up. We're here to talk about a new police chief.
This is Vice Mayor Michael Hudak right here that's speaking right now.
And a new fire chief. We're not here to talk about office space. We're not here to talk about who needs to get credit for this or who needs to get credit for that. This is a great time in this city. And for you to keep poo-pooing on it, it's getting irritating. It really is.
Well,
Either get on the program or go on your own path. But this is a little ridiculous.
I'm
Commissioner
sorry you're.
No,
irritated.
no, I'm
Public
sorry.
safety.
Commissioner Shinesky?
Mr. Shinesky,
Transition.
we
Vice
sat
Mayor
and we
Hudak
listened
has
to
the
your
floor.
crap for 20 minutes now. Now it's my turn to talk. Thank you.
Sure. Okay.
Okay. A police chief doesn't do the job in an office. A fire chief doesn't do their job in an office. We have done nothing but respect the men and women who protect this city for 35 years. Not one person on this dais has said anything bad about our current police chief or the men and women who take care of this city, whether they're police or fire. They do a tremendous job. Everybody, every resident in this city, everybody on this dais has complete respect for the job that they do, whether it was before this transition or during this transition. A lot of this crap that's going on is coming from the sheriff. And now our police chief and our fire chief have to defend the men and women who have been protecting us. And that's a fallout from all of the crap that's happening down from Broward Boulevard.
Have you?
These
have you gone to
individuals here-
102?
Commissioner,
all right,
Commissioner
Sir,
Shinesky.
I have been to 102.
Commissioner Shinesky, you are.
I
out of
have been to
order.
102. I understand it's a challenge. A lot of our fire stations are a challenge, but this is not the time to talk about that.
It's your opinion. I respect.
No,
that.
it's not my opinion. That's the way it is.
I respect that.
Chief, thank you so much for coming. Individuals come to work for an employer, not just for the money, but for the leadership. And everybody that I've talked to that knows this chief has commended her. Every single one. And I'm just talking about residents. I'm talking about fire chiefs. I'm talking about police chiefs in not only in Fort Lauderdale, but all of the other cities around here. They have nothing but complete respect for you. They have nothing but gracious and great things to say about you. And I was at an event 20 minutes before our commission meeting today, and the fire chief down there and the police chief down there just rave about you. I was at an event earlier this morning at another city, and the fire chief there and the police chief there just rave about you. And we are so proud to have you with us. So thank you so much. And I know that the men and women that you hired to protect our city are going to be so thankful for your leadership. So I want to thank you so, so much and welcome.
Okay, that was Vice Mayor Michael Hudak just now, and he had some strong words for Commissioner Daniel Shinesky, and he didn't think that the comments that Commissioner Daniel Shinesky were appropriate.
Well, I think the
At
mayor
that-
should
at
have
that
made
time.
that decision to
Yeah.
whether it was appropriate or not.
Right. Well, the
Uh,
mayor is the one that runs the commission.
Right.
So, yeah.
That's what I think. That's
Yeah.
just my opinion that Mayor Drosky, not him,
Right.
not Commissioner Hudak,
Right.
should have made that decision.
And we got a comment here from Deerfield activist Deerfield Beach said Hudak Hudak is way out of order.
Yeah.
And that's from activist Deerfield Beach.
You don't have to respond to everything. Everything you up there on that dais, you definitely don't have to respond to. And
Rude,
the tone that he talked to him as a man,
yeah,
was to me was out of line. And
I think that's what a lot of people have a problem with too. You know,
yeah,
the tone of it. You know,
yeah, you're not talking to a kid.
I couldn't let no man or no. In person. I can't let no man or no woman come up to me and just raise their voice at me, because for me, I'm talking about me, Daryl Adams. That's a trigger for me. You cannot raise your voice at me. I don't care who you are. You can be the president of the United States, a girlfriend, a relative, or a friend. Don't raise your voice at me, because that triggers me. And then you're going to have that back and forth. And I don't care nothing about a meeting or wherever I'm at. I mean, it's not like I'm going to boil over and go crazy, but it triggers me to say things back to people when they're disrespectful and they raise their voice and they're loud with me. I don't like anybody to do that to me. And I would hope nobody ever does that to me. And the activist Deerfield Beach goes on to say, and rude at that, anyone can talk about what they're feeling and the things that the public knows about. Let's get this straight. They are trying to silence Shinesky.
No doubt. I mean,
and that's from activist Deerfield Beach.
I think anyone can see that. I mean, this is nothing new. We talked about this on our podcast here before. The tone that they say things, and we know we have acknowledged some things.
Everybody's grown men up there, you know.
Yeah, we have acknowledged some things at the beginning, where even when Chad Stevens was on here with that, those were mistakes, those growing mistakes, but to talk to a person like that, that's unacceptable. I'm sorry. And I can agree to disagree with you, but that tone is totally unacceptable.
And I understand it's a passionate, he didn't yell and scream, but it was a raised voice. And I don't care if it's a raised voice or whatever, that still is a trigger for me. I don't like anybody, not even my mother or my father. Don't raise your voice at me, because that will trigger me, and you're not going to like that other side of Daryl Adams. I can tell you. So I don't care who you are. Yeah. Please, if you don't want to see the old Daryl Adams, don't ever raise your voice and scream at me and say anything, because that's a trigger for me.
But wasn't that what I was saying earlier when I said that I'm not Ben? Because I seen Ben, I seen people up there do that to Commissioner Preston. And this guy that was talking that noise didn't even open his mouth when he saw that. Yeah. So I saw this from people doing that to the commissioner. And believe me, Commissioner Preston, he might have took it for a little while, but that he came back and he told him, don't talk to me like that. I'm a man. I heard Commissioner Preston, but I wouldn't have interrupted him. I would have let him went on ahead and talk.
Put your light on and then respond.
And then I would have responded back to him. But no, you're not going to talk to me. You're not going to talk to me up there on that dais like that. And I'm sorry. I mean, I'm a very low key, laid back person, but you're not gonna just spew off up there at me like that. Like my brother said, that's not gonna happen. And I would hope that I can have a spirited conversation or debate up there, but don't ever think that you're gonna berate me and talk to me like I'm some little kid, because that's not gonna fly. And I don't care who you are, whether you're the mayor, whether you're the commissioner, whether you're the city manager or whoever, it's not gonna go well. And what I saw again, the tone was totally out of line. And that's just my opinion.
Activist Deerfield Beach said that was a verbal attack.
It was. And I don't take up if Commissioner Shinesky is wrong, I will say, he's wrong.
I think he needs to learn kind of get in sync with when to say things like that and when not to say them. Yeah. That's my opinion. And I could understand he means well, but he's probably saying things at the wrong time, and it's kind of rubbing his colleagues the wrong way.
Well, it all started with public safety.
Yeah.
Okay. They were okay with him before when he made up his mind to be his own man and he had a difference of opinion. That's when, from what we see here, me and you saw, we start seeing these verbal attacks. We start seeing the trying to make him look bad. And look, like I said, when there's certain things I saw probably could have been handled better, but I just thought that was totally, that was wrong. The tone, and I don't know Commissioner Hudak. I don't know him that well. We had him on at the Johnny Tigner. When I see him, he's always been kind of standoffish. I saw him over at the Memorial Day ceremony. He was coming in the door. I was talking to Joe Chauncey. And you get I get a vibe when a person don't vibe with me, and I'm okay with that. But that's the vibe that I get from him. And he's passionate. Commissioner Hudak is passionate about.
Yeah.
But
public safety. He's passionate about it.
Everyone up there is. But he's on the winning side. Okay. So all of that, I mean, put that to the side. You're on the winning side. You won.
It was a 3-2 vote.
It was a 3-2 vote. You was on the winning side. It was
really a 4. Technically, it was a 4-1 vote, but it showed up. It's on the record as a 4-1 vote.
Right. But you're on the winning side. Look, things are going. I mean, what we saw is in the eye of the beholder. I mean, I was watching it and I was just listening, and I was like, things could have been done better. And I know someone's going to go back and tell him, go to Adam Brothers, say that, so be it. I'll tell him exactly.
Yeah, but we didn't say anything wrong. We just disagreeing with
the tone.
You're right. So what's we didn't
say
anything.
Someone always, everything we say on here.
Or anything. We just said, about the tone. That's it,
And like I say, because every time, every time we say something, someone go back and tell that person.
Well, they're
never
enough.
They're never going to come to. Well, they're not going to come to us.
Yeah.
They're not. They're not going to come to us.
They can always go back and look at the video,
and they'll see that we're fair on our assessment. All we're saying is the tone that was spoken could have been better. Even Commissioner Preston at the end of the meeting came back and made some things, and the mayor came back and. They said, Commissioner Hudak said at the end of the meeting, they would go shake hands. And that's probably so.
And that's debating. They're having a disagreement with each other, but you disagree respectfully.
Yes.
You don't, I don't think no man or no woman should raise their voice at another man or woman. That's just me. And I don't care who you are.
Right.
And I'll stand on that.
That's right.
10 toes down on that. And I mean that. I'm always nice and polite to people, and I expect the same in return.
Treatment. And that's what I was saying earlier about that person that wrote that comment on there. Every time I see them, I've been very cordial. Anyone that know me, I'm very cordial. Regardless of what people might say or think, Bernard and Josephine Adams raised these two men here well.
With manners.
With manners and respect. I don't care who you are, white, black, red, yellow, green. We were taught to respect everyone.
And let me just jump in and say this right quick. We on my father's side of the family, we had my grandmother and granddaddy that live right next door to us, and an uncle, a close uncle. We had a grandmother and a grandfather and an uncle that lived right next door to us. I mean, literally on the same property. And in the same household was my mom and my dad. And just across town, we had my mom's parents, her mom and dad. And then we were fortunate to know our great grandmother, Rosa Brown, who lived up until the 80s. We had three grandmothers, one great grandmother, and two grandfathers, and our parents. So we were raised with all of this.
Respect.
Respect. And if we got disrespectful to, we were disrespectful to anybody, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, we getting 8 spankings.
Beatings.
Well, beatings. I tried to be nice, man. Beatings. Beatings. Okay. And we didn't want that. Okay.
No.
So again, we were fortunate to be had a lot of discipline around us.
A
Okay?
village. We had that village.
Yeah, we
to
had that
raise
around us. But go ahead.
And we were taught with respect. I mean, what I saw is what I keep saying on here over and over and over when I say I'm not Commissioner Preston. That's what I mean. That you're not going to talk to me that kind of way. I don't care what office I'm running for, whether I'm not running for office. You're not going to talk to me that way. You come up to me, because one thing you're going to notice, you come up to me, I'm going to look you straight in the eye. If I shake your hand, I'm going to shake your hand firm. I'm going to look you right in the eye when I shake your hand. I don't sugarcoat. Just what I told that person. That person don't know me. So again, what we're talking about is, look, everyone can do better up there.
And I believe they will.
Everyone can.
when they get past this public safety stuff.
Right. I believe
Public safety is a trigger for
Yeah.
these elected officials right now.
And the public.
They get hot under the collar, you know.
and the public.
Well, we're the ones that got to pay for it.
We're the ones that.
Them too, they live here just like
Yeah.
we do, you know. Well, they have to pay for it too.
But, again, when you live here as long as us, we know where we came from and we know where we are here. I was totally against, and I still am against, the Broward Sheriff Office leaving Deerfield Beach. I think that the Sheriff Office, from what I've seen, and I have personal reasons too, that goes there from our sister case. They solved our sister case when Deerfield Beach Police couldn't. So we have personal reasons.
They didn't have the resources.
But the ship has sailed.
Yeah.
So we have said on here over and over that we want to see whatever is in store for Deerfield. We want to see a better Deerfield. I'm skeptical like everyone else. The numbers that we're being given, I just don't think those numbers going to work. But that doesn't mean I still don't want the best. I want to see the best. I can't come on
We
here
don't want to see
and
it
say
fail.
it fail.
We don't want to see
Because
Deerfield fail.
if that fails, then we fail as a city.
We're
and
all
I
one
mean
city.
that.
We're all one city.
So I don't want to see it fail, but I don't want to see disaster either. So we have a right. Commissioner Shinesky have a right. His viewpoint can be said and disagreed with, but still respected if you choose to. That's the problem we have here in the country right now.
Which
we-
brings up this comment here about an activist Deerfield Beach. And it's interesting. And it says, let's say if it was the type of attitude coming from the public. I wonder what they call that tone Hudak was disturbing the peace. The same rules that apply to the public, they should apply to themselves. Do not attack your colleagues because you do not agree with their viewpoint. That's an interesting
It is.
comment there by activist Deerfield Beach.
And again, Commissioner Preston always talk about spirited debate. He's that's one thing he's always been high on spirited debate. Every time, if you know Commissioner Preston and you talk to him, that is what he believes in that, and that's why I always respected him. And he has been the voice of reason up there. Him, being there for a while, he has been the voice of reason up on that commission. But no, I don't think you. Look, you're a commissioner. You disagree. Do it in a nice way. I mean, I thought all of that was gone. I thought all of that, berating was gone. I really did. Even when the mayor ran, our conversations, the people said, we didn't want to see that. We don't want to see that. We don't want to see attacking the people out there. And I think the mayor has been doing a good job in stopping it. You
Yeah.
know, before it
He-
really gets started.
Yeah, he
I
was
think
trying
has.
to stop Shinesky from talking, in which he wasn't supposed to talk at that time
Right.
because Hudak didn't interrupt him when he was talking. So
Yeah.
when Vice Mayor Hudak was speaking, then Shinesky was trying to interject his point when it wasn't his time to speak. So the mayor was trying to like stop it, you know.
But he should have stopped it
And
when
he's
that.
calling in right now. We got Commissioner
answer.
Shinesky. Well, no, I need to call him back. Remember, every time we try to do that.
Yeah, but just answer it. Maybe it's.
All right, let's see here. See, that's what I'm saying. We'll call you right back, Commissioner.
just call
So
him.
let's see if we can get him back.
We're gonna call you back, Commissioner.
Commissioner Daniel Shinesky just called in. Let's call him back and see. And I think I know what happened too. Okay, here we go.
Hi, good evening. This is
Hello.
Commissioner Daniel Shinesky.
Hello,
Hey, man.
Commissioner
How you
Daniel
doing?
Shinesky. How you guys doing? How you doing today?
It was a really intense meeting. Went over with FDOT about the new Southwest 10th Street overpass. Major construction. It's going to run till 2033.
Oh.
It's going to be major construction. I
That's a
went
long
through with
time.
a fine-tooth comb. Yeah, I mean, yeah, they're going to build that overpass connecting the Sawgrass to I-95. They're going to make a new local road. You know, they're going to put sound walls. So, you know, I went through it with a fine-tooth comb to get a exact understanding. It was very intense. So, a half an hour meeting, it became an hour meeting. You know, so but it was worth it. So it was very intense. You know, but it is what it is. You know.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, Commissioner Daniel Shinesky, District 3, Deerfield Beach, we were just talking right before you called in. We were talking about the commission meeting last night when you spoke about the cost, I believe, and the police station and the fire over near the Cove. And one of your colleagues didn't agree with your comment at the time. And could you elaborate a little bit more on that?
Sure. Yeah, it's fine. I mean, their direction, and I understand it, and I support it. You know, their direction is we got to move forward. We have to be very positive, and everything will be all right, and everything will work out, and you know, the costs will be contained. We'll save money, and I understand that, and I hope it happens. And I have a lot of respect for that. But I'm the type of person that I wanted to bring up, you know, some other things that I think people should be aware of. You know, for 15 months, we're still going to have, you know, the BSO police and fire team and staff. They're going to be handling the public safety of Deerfield Beach. So for 15 months, they need to be, you know, really just in the loop. They need to have all the resources, you know, because we've had some major accidents, major police stuff that going on, you know, fire. We had a major fire on a boat at the Cove that was contained, luckily, but it could have been a lot worse. So, and when I visited Station 102, I saw that, and I was told about it, and I brought it up at the last meeting, that the fire chief that handles Deerfield Beach and his executive assistant were moved from their present office to another office, and I visited the office, and it was like 9 by 9, no window. It's really, really small. Now I know the aesthetics of it. It's like, oh, you could work out of anywhere, but you know they control the resources that will handle public safety for the next 15 months. They need to have all the space and resources that they can, because it's for the benefit of the citizens of Deerfield Beach. So when I saw the office, like it looked like a broom closet. It was really cramped. It's not comfortable.
Yeah.
I mean, so I'm like, so I just asked the question, well, why now? I mean, we got 15 months to go. That's a lifetime.
Right.
Why do this now because the transitional fire chief and very capable person. I met her. In fact, I saw her again today. They had another meet and greet at West Deerfield Beach Community Center right outside Century Village. So I met her again today. But, you know, at this point, she doesn't have a staff. I mean, we don't even have firefighters now. We're not hiring. I don't even know how much we're going to be paying them now. So it's like an empty whatever now. But, you know, the other staff, BSO, the fire chief, you know, they have a staff. They're operational. God forbid there's a catastrophe, and immediately they're on it. So I didn't understand why now. The other thing was, I saw for myself, I didn't see the room before, but there are 6 fire inspectors and their administrative person. They were put into also not as tiny as the 9x9, but they were put into a small room, and they were sort of cramped. And you know, fire inspectors, that's sensitive information.
Yeah.
It really is. Again, it concerns the public safety of the citizens and the residents and the infrastructure of Deerfield Beach. They were crammed into one room, no cubicles. I think they asked for cubicles, and you know, the city didn't do it. And the administrative person, they deal with a lot of documents that are, you know, very not secretive. It's not the military, but very, you know, very sensitive. So I don't know, the aesthetics of it, the optics of it was like, you know, why now?
Right.
I mean, even if you jettison it ahead a year from now, all right, it's a year from now. They already started hiring. They have, you know, a little staff. You know, they have new inspectors. You can understand, but why now?
Right.
It's just I brought that question, and I got feedback today that, like, you know, here it's a meet and greet, and we're introducing instead of just welcoming the new fire chief. Why did you bring this up? I thought that was very important. I mean, it's public safety.
Yeah.
It's a public safety update, and I thought I had to bring it up. The other thing was that fire that happened at the Cove on April 4th. It was the fire station. It was a collaborative effort. It was a fire station 4 on Federal and Hillsborough. They came, they put out the fire. There were 3 people on the boat. They were not injured. They evacuated them. And there was, of course, the smoke, which is very toxic. They made sure the restaurants, I think 2 George, they were evacuated. So they did a lot of the work.
Mhm.
But on May 19th, we gave a recognition and an award to Fort Lauderdale CETO. And what they did was, their job was to, once everything was taken care of, once the fire was contained, once everyone was evacuated, they towed the burnt boat to another location. And they were recognized, which is fine. But I mean, the majority of the actual dangerous work, I really believe, from what I see, was done by BSO Fire Station 4 on Hillsborough and Federal.
Mm-hmm.
And I think also Fort Lauderdale came and helped out their fire department, and Boca Raton. So it was a collaborative effort. And I questioned them, like, well, why are you just, you know, giving recognition and acknowledging just CETO of Fort Lauderdale? You know, it's like if we did a collaborative effort and I'm the one that gets the credit and recognition, you know, and we don't talk about what you did. You know, I don't feel that's right. And I didn't, you know, whatever animosity between the sheriff and city management or whatever, you shouldn't take it out on these professionals who are risking their lives.
Absolutely.
I mean, when you see a boat on fire, yeah, I'm not gonna jump on that boat. It could explode if you're breathing that stuff, you know. And so I said, guys, I want to recognize you for your effort here. So, you know, that's the way I feel. And I had to say it. I mean, I had to say it. I had to do that.
Well, it was your opinion,
you know,
and your opinion, you know, even though if they don't agree with your opinion is just what it is. I mean, they don't have to agree with you, but
Be respectful.
you have to be respectful, and the tone that you deliver your rebuttal in, that's important too, you know, because we were just talking about, you know, tone of voice. And some people, when we played the video when you were speaking right before you came, you called in, and we played the video of you speaking, and then Vice Mayor Hudak, his response was, he didn't agree with you, of course, and
Said
some
it was the
people-
wrong
Well,
time.
I understand.
Right.
It's sort of, it's sort of putting a damper on things, and I could understand that.
Right.
But I thought it was important. It's like, okay, I went to your studio, I think in Tigner or something. It's a nice studio. If in a year and a half, I'm hiring someone to take over your podcast, all right? I'm going to hire someone to take over you and your brother's podcast, all right? All right? But you're still going to be, for a year and a half, you're going to be doing the podcast. And I go to you guys, you're still doing your podcast for a year and a half? Hey, I'm going to move you into a broom closet, and you could do it from there. Here, let me move out the mops and everything and the brooms. Here, this is your space. And I move into the guy who's going to be doing your podcast in a year and a half. And he don't even, he's not doing it now. He's just like feeling it out. He hasn't hired his staff yet. It's like, to me, is like, I don't understand that. So I had to bring it up.
Understood.
So I understand.
Understood. Do you think you?
Yeah. So,
do you think you raised these questions at the wrong time?
Oh yeah. Well, according to them, I raised it at the wrong time.
Right.
But I think the time is always a time to bring it up.
Right.
It's okay. If something's wrong, there's no etiquette. This is city business. This
Exactly.
is professionals, people's lives. You bring it up. If somebody punches you in the face, you don't. Hey, well, let's talk about it in maybe next week. And I was, you're like, no, you punched me in the face. We're going to deal with it now.
Mm-hmm.
So this way, So I had to bring this up.
Okay.
I mean, they're doing their lives for the city of Deerfield. I had to bring it up.
Right.
And, this happened in April. I really acknowledged it by when we had last meeting, the recognition ceremony. I said, I have to bring this up.
Mhm.
I visited them on Memorial Day,
Right.
to say, hey, I'm going to honor you guys too. You're first responders.
Right.
So, no, and it was a public forum, and I had to bring it up, and I'm
Right.
glad I did. I have no regrets. I
Right.
have no regrets,
And
and I would do it again.
And
if
I want.
something's wrong, you say it.
Right. And I
And
want to.
yeah.
And what was I getting ready to say? I was just getting ready to say something. I forgot what I was
Okay.
just getting ready to say. But go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. What else you would like?
Yeah,
to
anything in your district besides
Well,
we know the meeting you
and
want to tell us about too?
Oh yeah, well, it's going to be a very, very intense project. I mean, it's
Mhm.
going to be major construction. What's happening is on August, they're going to be the Green Road overpass, which is right near Military. That's the major overpass. They're going to close it from August of 2026 to August of 2027. So that means the people that are going over the overpass to go to Military or, the other side, Dixie Highway, that's going to be closed. So now Military Trail, Power Line, Dixie, and Northeast 3rd Avenue, they're going to have an additional traffic.
Oh man, it's going to
So,
be a nightmare.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be a nightmare. And I said to them, are you going to adjust the traffic lights? They said, yeah, we're working with Broward County. We're going to try to adjust the timing on the signal lights,
Mm-hmm.
but it's going to be a lot of traffic.
Right.
I said to them, are there going to be digital signs? Because people are like to be like, what? It's the green overpass. I gotta get to Dixie or US 1. What do I do? Well, hopefully there'll be detours and there'll be signals. So they said they'll work on that. But it's going to be intense. They're going to put sound walls. The whole complexion of my area, Southwest 10th Street, Power Line, near Quiet Waters Park, Military, the whole complexion is going to change.
Yeah.
So, I wanted to make sure it's, so.
City's
and
going to be
especially when
gridlocked.
season comes, it's even more trouble. Yeah, I know. It's the traffic is hard now,
Yeah.
but it's going to be worse. And that's why I was like, hey guys, maybe this is not the best time. Then the other thing that I brought up, and I'm glad I did, Governor DeSantis is going to put on the ballot in November to take away the homestead exemption, eventually the property tax. And if
Remember, I
that
brought
passes-
this up months ago at the Tigner
You
Center.
brought it up. I remember.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He
I
did.
remember I went to that town hall when
Yeah.
you brought it up. I'm like, what is this guy talking about, man? What are we talking about this?
Uh-huh.
And you know what? You were right. You were the truth seeker.
Yeah.
I'm like, you like the crystal ball. I'm like, what is this guy talking about, man? What? Property tax? Go home. And you were right.
Look
And I
where
I
we
think
at
told you
now.
that.
It
I said,
passed
"You were
today.
right."
I mean, I think they passed a resolution or something. Of course, it has to go on the
I'm-
ballot and people have to vote for it.
60%.
We're
threshold.
aware of that, but I think people are going
Hey,
to vote
Wayne,
for it.
Wayne, I'm having a little trouble. It's sort of the signal. I didn't.
I
get what
think
you
we were
said.
talking at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, they have to meet. Can you hear us now, Commissioner Shinesky?
Yeah, Wayne, I'm sorry. I mean, I couldn't hear you. It's the signal's not good.
Yeah. You might want to move around
well-
a little bit.
Okay, I'm moving around a little bit. I'm in my
Okay.
office in City Hall, but I'm moving around.
Yeah. But we can hear you fine.
Yeah, we can hear you fine.
And
I'm sorry, Wayne.
yeah, just move
I'm
around. We'll
having a
give
little
you
trouble.
a moment to move
okay.
around.
All right. Okay, I moved. I'm standing by the window. Okay, this spot seems to be okay.
Ye-
Okay, so I didn't hear what you said.
Yeah,
but
we were just saying they have to meet that 60% threshold to pass. But I have spoken to a lot of people they were concerned about taking away money from the schools, but I know they put a provision in there to still fund the schools. But I hear a lot of people
Yeah.
that disagree, that said they're going to vote for it because I think the component in there about you own your home and your home can be taken from you because you don't pay the tax on it. That's the part I think if they address
Oh.
that part there about them being whoever being able to buy your house at the courthouse because of the tax receipt or whatever, I think
Yeah.
that component is what driving a lot of people that's told me they're gonna vote for it. I mean, I talked to people and they told me they're gonna support voting for it. I don't know. I'm on the fence right now.
It shifts the responsibility from the county, and I mean, you don't get the tax dollars from the
Yes.
county, and what it does, it forces these municipal cities like
Tighten
Deerfield.
their
and
belt.
It forces you to be creative and find different ways to
Yeah.
make up that
Yeah, we're talking real
shortfall.
creative. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, real creative. You're right.
Right,
So
right.
we're
By
going to be in other ways.
raising
The
property
nice sales
taxes.
tax,
Yeah, sales tax, and
right? Millage rate,
millage rate.
And
Yeah,
the sales tax
so
would be a
everything.
disaster, though.
cutting things.
Right.
The sales tax.
Oh yeah,
They're talking about
cutting services.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes, they're talking about maybe the sales tax going up to like 18%. Can you imagine going buying some groceries or some jeans, a pair of clothes at 18% sales tax?
No, I
That's
agree.
not going to
I
be
agree.
nice either.
It's going to be
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, sir. That's why I brought it up, and they're like, "Oh, he's being negative again. Stop scaring people." But I'm
Yeah.
just being real,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm
No,
just
that's
being
real. That is
That's my
real.
job.
And what he was saying was
Yeah.
that we still have to make up that shortfall, whether we're with BSO or we're with Deerfield. That's what
Right.
the mayor was trying to say. Well, we're still going to have to make it up. If we stay with BSO, they're still going to do it. I mean, if it passes, we still have to make up a shortfall. If we go back to our own police department, we still have to make up that shortfall. So I understand what the mayor was saying.
Yeah, but
you
we-
know?
No, I understand as well, but remember, we're putting it together, the police and fire and first
Exactly.
responder. So we got to find ways to get new equipment, computers, IT system, training.
Right.
You know, we're putting it from scratch. Plus, remember, we have old infrastructure
Mhm.
on the police and fire station. A lot of things that you're going to have to pay money for.
Yeah.
You know, I don't. So yeah, I mean, we're going to be spending a lot
Yeah.
to make a brand new,
Yeah.
brand new force, brand new.
Mhm.
So, I mean, it's going to be extra money. So,
Yeah. And one other thing, Commissioner, I want to touch bases on with you.
yes, sir.
I know it's not your district, but it's kind of close. Last week we had a death at the on 3rd Avenue at I believe that was 44th Street at that four-way.
6th Avenue
Yeah.
or something like that.
No, that was going towards the hospital, which is 3rd Avenue and I believe 44th Street or 42nd
3rd
Street,
Avenue.
whatever. But even for years now, before you even came in the office, they had tried to put some type of traffic calming over there in that area, and the poles were knocked down. I spoke on just how it looked, and I know they've been trying to get funding to complete the road, to complete it. What are your thoughts on something that the city maybe can do to not have a tragedy like that happen again that we saw. I believe that was last Wednesday or Thursday that we saw that happen over
Okay.
there. What are your thoughts on
All
that?
right. Well, in my district, you have Hillsborough Boulevard, with the Crystal Lake community, you have Green Road, and they speed there. And another community in my district is called the Meadows at Crystal Lake, which is right off of Military near Green Road. So those communities, Crystal Lake and the Meadows, they're like, you know what? Like from the Meadows, they're right across the street from St. Mercy's Church on Military, Southwest 17th Circle. They said, you know what? We can't get out because when we want to get out of Military, they're speeding, coming down Military, going north. So what happened was I was able to get it to like 2 weeks working with Adam Hofstein, put a sign, a blinking sign that says slow down. And people see it and automatically they slow down so that this way they're able to make the right to get out of the Meadows at Crystal Lake on Southwest 17th. Same thing on Crystal Lake on Wiles becomes Green Road, and there's Northwest 18th, same thing. It was hard for them to get out of their community, so they put right on the intersection of Power Line and it becomes Green Road. They put that flashing sign that said, "Guys, slow down." And it sort of worked because they're like, oh, wait, the cops could be around. It's like an instinct. And it worked. So for 2 weeks, I got phone calls from the Meadows when they did it. And I got phone calls from Crystal Lake community. They said, Danny, yeah, it works, man. It's slowing them down. It's not as cutthroat because without a sign or something, they're like making speedway. So a little thing like that. Now, the communities couldn't afford to buy these signs. It's like several $1,000s, but they were there. And what Adam Hofstein did was he had to circulate it throughout the community. So maybe if they got those signs and put them there and they're flashing and they're like, slow down, or children crossing, people will automatically, hopefully slow down. So I think that's very important. I think it's a very good investment. These communities where there's a lot of speeding traffic, you put something like that and it works. I mean, right now in Century Village, the East Gate, where Military Trail is, when people want to come out of the East Gate on Military Trail near Southwest 10th, you know what I'm talking about,
Yeah.
They can't get out because of that traffic going down Military going south. So what's happening is, I brought it up yesterday, that it's a Broward County road. The deputy city manager was there and master management from Century Village. They said, this is what we're going to do. We're going to put 2 huge signs right on the medium, so you got to see it, that will basically say, do not block the entrance of, the East Gate. Right. That's number one. 2 huge, and they may be blinking signs. I don't know. The second thing, they're going to put a huge polycarbon X with a box right by the entrance of that East Gate, so people know, hey, they can't sit there. You better move, just like a railroad crossing. I don't want to be on that track. So either I'm going to slow down and stop on one side, or I'm going to speed up and go over it, but I'm not going to block that track because I don't want to get crushed by a train.
Right.
Same thing. So signs, really prevalent signs, they do make a difference. It does help. So maybe in that area, have a sign, a blinking sign, these are things that are important. I think so.
Yes. So yeah, definitely that is something that the city, and because I know it splits. One side, I believe, is District 1. One side is District 2. And I always heard a lot of the people in that area say they feel on District 1 side said that they always felt neglected, that enough attention was not given to that section that runs between 48 and Sample, and that's separated by Third Avenue. So yeah, I mean, I like to see something done. And I know they were talking about putting a light or something there, but they were just saying it was too close to 48th and it was too close to Sample. So I don't know what else the city could do. I know with the poles were there, it was very confusing, especially at night down there when those poles was up. And I understand their intent of what they were trying to do with the traffic calming, but that turned out to be, it was a good gesture, but it turned out to be a disaster too. So we just wanted to get your take.
Yeah, no, all I know is for the Meadows at Crystal Lake, when they had that sign, that blinking sign, I mean, it was blinking right by their entrance. I was getting feedback. Hey, it's working. I can get out now. And they slowed down to give me breathing room. I can make my right and go north. Same thing with Crystal Lake on, like I said, Green Road, right by Power Line. They said they put that sign there. I saw it myself, and people because they're coming down Wiles. They're the Monarch Hills is on their right hand side. They're gonna cross over Power Line. They've seen that sign. They're like, oh, okay, let's chill because there could be. They don't want to be ticketed. So that's the first thing that goes in their mind. Oh, there's a blinking sign. There must be law enforcement. I don't want to get ticketed. Because what happened was Adam, what he did was on Hillsborough, he had some time periods where there was, ticketing people that are speeding.
Mm-hmm.
So, so now you put these signs that said, slow down, law enforcement's nearby. People don't want to get stopped.
No.
So they're like, oh, let me slow down. So it's one way. It does work. So that's my opinion. I think so. I've seen it work.
Yeah, it works.
And then they took those signs away. They rotated it. Yeah, they rotated it, and it was back to the way it was.
Right. Okay, Commissioner Shinesky, any final words before we let you go?
We're having a CRA meeting that will be this Tuesday. That will be very, very interesting. Basically, they're going to be talking about the island to maybe have a project to beautify the island in terms of art. And what I mean was there's going to be an artist presentation that maybe will come up with some ideas to put interactive sculptures on the island where the beach is that will make it more enticing, more fun, to maybe put a beautiful mural and will really beautify the island, the beach area. So, I've been telling people about it. Please show up. It could be a really interesting direction, because I know with the charter revision, there's some people are saying, hey, we need to develop it. We need to make these big, whatever. We need growth. But this plan might unify and make it more enticing even for commercial businesses to come in, and it will give it more of that village feel. So this might be very interesting. So tell the people if they want to come out this Tuesday, there's a CRA meeting at the City Commission, and see what their plans are. I think it's very important.
Okay.
So.
All right.
Thank you.
We have been talking to the City of Deerfield Beach District 3 Commissioner Daniel Shinesky. He always calls in and updates us on everything that's going on in his district. And we want to thank Commissioner Shinesky for always calling in and being a part of our podcast. And
right.
I know Memorial Day was just last week, but we know you are a veteran. So thank you, sir, for your service to our country. Really appreciate your sacrifice.
Thank you.
Yeah, and thank you for
so much. I
also
appreciate
showing
it.
up. Thank you for also showing up and supporting the American Legion Post 287 and
Yes,
162. Thank you for
Oh,
that.
yeah. Did you tell them last Saturday they
Yeah.
had a wonderful, they had a mammogram mobile and they had eyeglass sign up for children. It was wonderful.
Yeah.
It was really, really wonderful. I learned a lot, and thank you. It was
Yeah.
wonderful.
Absolutely. And again, thank you for being a part of that. You always show up, and Commander Anthony Royal, he always speaks very highly of you for always
Thank you.
helping out. So keep up the good work. We've been talking to Commissioner
That's right.
Daniel Shinesky, District 3 Commissioner here in Deerfield Beach. Thank you, sir, for calling in, and we appreciate you always
pleasure.
for your insight. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. And
Thank you.
Have a good
great
evening.
day. Thank you.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
You as well.
You too,
You as
sir.
well.
Bye.
All right, we've been talking to Commissioner Daniel Shinesky. He called in and like he does all the time on our pop-up podcast. So we touched on about the commission meeting last night, and he gave you his opinion, and it's no hard feelings. It's a passionate meeting.
Yeah.
They're passionate about public safety. You got two commissioners, and the mayor that's passionate about moving forward with Deerfield, and then you have two that was on the fence about it. So, but it is what it is. There's nothing we can do
Ship
about it
has
right
sailed.
now. The ship has sailed, so it's going to be another Deerfield Beach Police Department. So let's all try to make it great. As great as we can make it be. And help any way we can. In our insight, and I give them my opinions and everything. So, anything else you wanna
June 10th again. Let's just go back and read in the comments where the city of Deerfield Beach put the events that would be happening next weekend. They're in the comments here. If you go back and read the comments, you will see the events that will be happening for Juneteenth in Deerfield Beach. I'm trying to think of anything else. I know the budget hearings should be coming up here very, very soon, I believe. They're usually in June, if I remember right, for the budget hearings.
So yeah,
So they should be coming up here in probably the next
it's
few
gonna
weeks.
be interesting.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see. Also, the charter amendments with the charter, that is something people should keep an eye on. And the mayor asked the public last night he asked the commissioners to give the city manager some recommendations. But, they're talking about, one of the, I think the city attorney, one of the alternatives was to expand Commissioner 1 and 2 terms up to 20 months. I'm totally against that. I gonna file to run. So, and I gonna put my money out there. So I don't want to hear about no 20 months. No. The term was to end in March of 2027. Let's keep it that way. And I guess if we have to keep the election to the way it is right now, then so be it. But no, we don't need to give them 20 more months. You got people waiting to run in District 1, and I know so far, I'm the only one so far that I know have filed in District 2. And let me say this. I want to address this because it was an unfounded rumor, and I don't know whether it's true or not. And maybe, I don't know whether it's true. But I heard that some in the city of Deerfield Beach administration, could be commission or whatever, and I don't know, and I don't know if it's true or not, was pushing a third candidate to run. That's fine. I just don't think no one in the administration should be doing that. To push someone to run to privately support them, I don't believe that's the right thing. Anyone can run, whoever that might be. And we already know the other person is gonna run. You could see he's trying to maneuver himself right now at the meetings. He's trying to get in every picture, And from what I was told, the city was gonna back that other person at first, but they know he's a flawed candidate. And so now I was told that they don't think that person can beat me. So now they jumped on this other candidate that they're pushing. And I have good sources that have told me. I don't know how true it is, again, but I have good sources. I would hope that those in administration are not doing that. But if they are, that's cool, because I'm going to win this race with or without interference. So, and I'm gonna win. I'm confident that I'm gonna win because I know the people trust me. The people really trust me. And the people know that I'm from here and I'm gonna do a good job and I'm gonna fight for them. And like I say, I don't know if that's true or not, but anyone can run. I just don't think those from the administration, if that's what's being done, should be doing that. And I just wanted to address that because I'm gonna put something up. I'm gonna put something up concerning that. So I wanted to address it on here first before I put it up. So I don't know if anyone is doing it. This is all an allegation, but I'm getting it from good sources from within. I would just hope that it's not being done. And my brother he knows the name. He know what I'm talking about. But we just gonna
a female candidate that they're allegedly supporting. So hey, whatever. Anybody
Right.
can run for
anyone.
I could go and put my name in there right now and run if I want to. It doesn't matter who
Right.
run. You still got a campaign,
Exactly.
and you still have to, convince the people to believe in you,
Right.
and they still have to vote for you.
You got to get out
it
there and
don't
do the
matter.
work.
They could try and split the votes or whatever. Everybody's going to get their share of votes, but at the end of the day, only one person is going to win. So it doesn't matter.
And I pray to God that it be me because I know my heart is in the right place. I'm not in it for no money. I'm not in it for fame. I'm not in it for any of that. Like I say, you'll get a commissioner here that's going to do his job and do it well and going to listen to the people. And sometimes I might not, people that supported me might not agree with every decision, but we can sit down and we can talk about it and have a great discussion about it. And I'll tell you why. I mean, look, again, the person that's running, look at their record. Look at their track record. Look at the person who's going to run. Look at his track record. Just look at it. He's a flawed candidate. He's ran twice in laws. Obviously, the people do not want him as their commissioner, but he's going to keep trying, and nothing is wrong with that. He's going to keep trying. He's going to keep trying. He's going to keep trying because you could see he thrives for power. He lusts for power. You can see that. You can see he wants that statue. I guess he feels that's going to be the icing on the cake for him. But he's ran twice. And if you ran twice, that should automatically tell you the people don't want you. But be as it may, we're going to end this. I hope everyone have a great day, a great evening, a great weekend. We're going to be back here next week, next Tuesday.
Who's that? Mitch,
We're going to have a state senator, District 98, I believe it is, Mitch Rosenwald. And Mitch was at the this past week. He was at the health fair. He was one of the people who I guess helped sponsor put it on through his office. So yeah, next Tuesday at 5:30 p.m. Join us. We're gonna have State Senator Mitch Rosenwald, and he's gonna, we're gonna talk about the sales tax. We're gonna talk about a lot of other issues that's District 98 is facing. So yes, join us, Adams Brothers Podcast, Adams Brothers Media, next week, next Tuesday, and we're going to talk to, again, State Senator Mitch Rosenwald. And he has been doing a lot of things in the community. Also, again, join us next
that's on
week.
the 16th.
That's going to be, yes, Tuesday, June 16th.
Yeah, not next week, the 16th.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Tuesday, June 16th. I said next week. I'm sorry, not next week.
June the 16th
June
at 5:30
16th.
p.m.
I'm sorry. But yes, we're going to have State Senator Mitch Rosenwald on June 16th. So we hope to have a guest also next week ready to go. Going to try to we're working on that right now. But, please support us. Please support our Cash App, Adams Brothers, $ Adams Brothers Podcast. Support our podcast through Zelle, AdamsBrothersPod@gmail.com. Also support my campaign, Wayne Adams Campaign, through Zelle at WayneOneAdams@yahoo.com. That's WAYNE, the number 1 at yahoo.com. Adams, Wayne1Adams@yahoo.com. And like I say again, if you want to know what's going on in the community, stick with us, because we're gonna tell you. We're gonna have guests on here that we're gonna try to bring as many guests as we can on in the next coming months to the election, to the primary, to try to get the word out. And it's up to the people to make their decision. Again, follow the Commissioner Shinesky said it's going to be a CRA meeting. Also, again, follow the Charter Review Committee's recommendation. Again, that is very important. They're talking about, one of the options is talking about giving District 1 Commissioner Hudak and District 2 Commissioner Preston another 20 months in office. And I don't think that's fair. And I just don't think it's fair. And I'll leave it there. But I would hope if that recommendation is made, the people flood City Hall and object to that. So just want to say again, because I'm ready to get off, and we've been on here since 5:30. We've been on here almost 2 hours, and we had a good spirited conversation here. So everyone, have a good evening. God bless everyone out there.
All right, everyone. Thank you all for rocking with the Adams Brothers, the hottest podcast here in South Florida. Thank you all. Thank you all. Thank you all. Thank you all. And like my brother just said, don't forget to support us on our Cash App, $Adams Brothers Podcast, and at Zelle, Adams Brothers POD @gmail.com. This has been an Adams Brothers Media LLC podcast. So we want to thank you all. We hope everybody have a good rest of your evening. Stay dry. It's a little wet out there. We're gonna go get some dinner, relax, and watch a little TV. And we want to thank you all for watching our podcast.
I want to say one more thing.
Really
before we
love
go.
you all. Go ahead.
I support the food trucks in Pompano. I know that is a big issue down there, and something was made out of it, but I support the food trucks in the city of Pompano, just like I support the food trucks in the city of Deerfield Beach. Thank you.
All right, there you have it. We're going to get out of here. We're going to put these computers up and put all our lightings and banners up, put them back in the stack. And next week, we'll be back. Thank you all for watching. We love each and every last one of you out there in Facebook and YouTube land. And guess what? There's nothing that you can do about it. Good night, everybody.